I cut off a chunk of 3-inch ABS and I glued on the 3-inch reducer coupling, so it's 3-inch to 1.5 inches, which is the pipe that is currently hooked up to my rain harvesting setup. And now what I want to do is attempt to put my new filter setup inside this pipe without damaging it. So you just do it gently, right, and then put the fern coat down. Now you want to put the fern coat, slide it in about a little more than half, so about there is good. And then when I shove this portion up, that way it'll have a chance to slide in and go to town. Now I may have to loosen the top band here, but right now I can actually tighten up this band because it's on the pipe and it's where I want it to be. So this gear clamp here, I can just crank this down, and this is called a fern coat, 3-inch fern coat, and it allows me to remove it from the system. That way I can obviously get to this filter to clean it occasionally, right? So that's the whole purpose, and that's kind of what I wanted, so pretty sweet. Now I did make a video asking you guys for help on this, and I appreciate all the comments, but I haven't seen any comments because that video isn't published yet. The reason it isn't published yet is because I'm so far ahead in the future before you guys see my stuff, unless you're a Patreon member, that you don't really have time to respond to what's going on. But when you respond with your comments, guys, if it doesn't help me, it helps anybody else who's watching and thinking about doing something like this. Obviously better than I can do though, right? So I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit better with that proper fitting. Maybe a little bit more, and then that'll be it for this guy. Okay. So now the top gear clamp here, he's pretty loose as is, but I'm gonna back him off some more because what I need to do is keep the shape like this. So when I slide this on top, when I slide this whole piece on top of the 3-inch pipe that's sticking down on my first flush system, I want to do it easy so it doesn't damage anything, and I can tighten this up. And once this gear clamp's tightened, I'm confident the filter's not going to go anywhere. But when it's done, I'm going to pull this string, and that'll help tighten it around there as well. So double precaution. And so the first flush system, guys, it does, check my videos out on that, what I'm talking about. Go back and watch them. But anyway, it kind of filters the junk off your roof before the water goes into your water storage. And then this filter here will get anything it misses. So it will take everything, filter it. Now remember, this rainwater is not, I wouldn't consider it drinkable, safe to drink. So like I tell everybody in all my videos, this water I'm storing and then treating with bleach is used for washing clothes, washing dishes, washing myself in the shower. It's not for drinking. I think I can afford to go buy some drinking water or whatever, bottled water, and then filter the water if you wanted to. What I normally buy is a big thing of distilled water. Then I add a apple cider vinegar or a super supplement powder to it. That way you're not drinking dead water. You're giving it's the highest quality water you can get is distilled, because it's absolutely filtered, and though there's no minerals or anything in it, so you got to add those after the fact, guys. So do that and you'll be fine. That way you're getting the utmost best water you can get. But like I say, this is for tiny house use only. Washing dishes, washing clothes, washing myself, blah blah blah. You guys know all that. Cleaning, whatever. So anyway, that's the first part done. I'm going to hook it up over in the bathroom area where we got everything going on, and we'll see you over there. Okay guys, here we go. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear me too well because I got entertainment going on in the background, but whatever. So now I have to slip the fur coat up over top, and I'm going to go as high as I possibly can without, let me back that off a little bit. Want to keep the filter you know, on the outside so it's still usable type of thing. There we go. All set. So all I gotta do now is tighten up that screw, and this section is done-o. So be right back. Gonna grab the drill. Take 2 seconds to do. Thankfully I can work off my little stool as opposed to screwing around with a ladder in here, because a ladder is quite annoying. Okay, that's friggin' tight. Give this one a little extra. Again. Good. That is super tight. Now, we're getting somewhere. Let me grab the camera so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So check this out. So we have my first flush. Okay, out here is the gutter on the tiny house. Almost 50 feet of gutter. Catches all the rain that falls off the roof and gets pushed back here, down. It hits this first flush system. In here is a filter, a ball, and a little gasket that allows only a little bit of amount of water out at a time. As the water floods this compartment, the ball goes up, floats. And when it hits the top of that bottom of this white thing, it then makes a bridge. So any more water that comes from outside then continues down through here that I'm building, and down it will be piped into this T. So this is dry fit. This has not been glued yet, but I'm going to do a dry fit up to this, and once that's done, this thing will filter and pump all that water into this storage tank down here. So, and then when this storage tank's full, I turn my pump on and it gets pumped into here, which gravity feeds the entire tiny house. So I have 2 ways of storage and feeding. Now my pump is, I think, pooched. Fortunately, I think I can possibly fix it. I don't know for sure yet, but it's pulling an awful lot of amps on startup, so there's something going on. I have to take it apart to see, but I'll worry about that after I get this thing plumbed in. Now, before I get this plumbed in, I got to disconnect this gasket down here and tighten it up sturdily with the gas dope that I just bought. Or not gas dope, it's pipe thread sealant that I got for water and everything else. Does everything, actually. So we'll clean this up, and I got a vacuum, and then I'm going to release this. I'll probably get some more water. So yeah, I got to watch out for that. But other than that, this new particle filter will absolutely capture a lot of water and filter as fast as possible. I think it's the fastest, it'll be the fastest way to do this out there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim the camera, because I'm going to tighten up the cord on this this setup right here. So as I pull this string in, it's gonna pull everything tight, I assume, and that's good right there. So that's gonna filter all the incoming rainwater that the first flush system misses, and then I treat it with bleach down below. Simple as that, guys. I can't believe I complicated everything so badly, but experiments. It looks a hell of a lot nicer too. So I can and actually I'm going to strap this. Once it's glued in, I can strap it, but first got to disconnect this, and we will get to that in a second shortly.